Math 102, example 1.3.5. Slope. The slope of a line that contains the points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is m is what we use for slope, and it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The other versions of that equation are just other ways that people sometimes like to think of them. So, for part A of our example, I've got 6, -7 and -8, 3. Now I'm going to label those as x1, y1 and x2, y2 just to help me keep track. So my slope m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I plug my values in the function and see what I get. Minus a negative, that's the same as adding a positive, so I get 10 on the top, and on the bottom I get -14. Now if I can reduce, I would like to do so, and that is -5 over 7. Let's try another set of points. I've got 5, 4 and 2, 4. So once again, let's label them x1, y1 and x2, y2. So here my slope, once again, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I get 0 on the top and -3 on the bottom. Now 0 divided by anything except 0 is still 0. This is actually one of our special cases, because what happens if we draw this? I've got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then 2, 4 is about there. So if I connect the dots, that is a horizontal line. And we can say that horizontal, sorry, I've got bad handwriting there. Horizontal lines have a slope of 0. So if I say I've got a horizontal line, what's the slope? The answer is 0. If I say I have a slope of 0, what type of line is it? The answer is it has to be horizontal. Let's scroll down to my last 2 ordered pairs, and just because I've lost the formula, let's rewrite it for slope. So here I've got 2, 3 and 2, 7. So here's x1, y1, and here's x2, y2. So my slope is going to be 7 minus 3 over 2 minus 2. I get a 4 on the top, but I get a 0 on the bottom. Now, if you type that into your calculator, it's going to give you an error message. That's because you may never divide by 0. That's something we're not supposed to do. However, we're doing something we're not supposed to do. We have to have some way to describe this. So we describe it as undefined because we're doing something we're not allowed to do. And this is also a special case. If we plot those points, I've got 2, 3, and then 2, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a vertical line. And similarly to our last special case, we say that vertical lines have undefined slope. That's an S. So if I say I have a vertical line, what's the slope? The answer is undefined. If I say I have an undefined slope, what type of line is it? Well, it has to be a vertical line. Those two things always go together.